I'll be much obliged. Can we begin?
I need another moment. I still have some preparations to do.
What do you need?
I should make use of some props to better illustrate the theory with examples. I'll see if there are any curiosities in the study that I could use.
You'll see. My brother won't disappoint you.
We're waiting. Impatiently.
If I come in disguise, someone may begin to, well, suspect something. I thought as much. Let us now look for some things I could talk to the students about.
Okay. O. Kolina bieguna.
Why are you amusing yourself at my expense like this?
I'm sorry, I thought this was my house.
Yes, and I very much like it here.
And what have you found to be most to your liking here, miss?
I don't think I could pick just one thing. I think what fascinates me the most is that every mundane object can have a second, highly magical purpose concealed just beneath the surface.
That's true. I wanted to discuss it during the lecture.
I can hardly wait.
Have you been to other rooms as well, miss?
What do you mean?
Someone snooped around my bedroom. Are you up to something with a mysterious partner again?
Mr. Shulsky, I resent that. I didn't come into anyone's bedroom. Who do you think I am? I'll wait downstairs. I don't want anyone to misconstrue this situation as inappropriate.
Pięknie i zeorana.
Yes, sir.
Nice. I mamy to. I mamy to.
And he walked across the entire town like that, with all that cocoa. And here he is.
I hear you were quite the mischievous youth.
Ucieknij.
I'm afraid the list of my offenses might be too long. Grażynka, should I be worried?
Why, of course not. No, we were just discussing childhood mischief and the Coco incident.
Yes, I can't deny that one.
Do you have other interests than Coco and Thaumaturge? Travel? Cards?
I'm sure Grażynka will tell you everything.
All your secrets are safe with me, young master.
In that case, I won't keep you any longer. See you, Mr. Shulsky.
Pięknie, pięknie. Czekajcie, zobaczmy do piwnicy, czy tutaj ktoś mi nie myszkował, nie? Na szczęście nie myszkowali mi tej świnie.
And now this place on top of everything. Someday it will be enough to stick one foot out the door to get locked up.
And we all know who will get us locked up.
Hello.
New student?
Who was this vigorous discussion about then? About Polina Nikolaevna?
Indeed. It's probably our little Russian girl who's making all this trouble for us. I don't know why Dickstein doesn't see that.
To me, it's obvious that she's the snitch.
Do you have anything to support such accusations?
It's obvious, isn't it?
It's the Russian girl.
No tak, ponieważ jest Rosjanką.
Why are you not suspicious of your friend who was arrested?
His father fought in the uprising. He wouldn't snitch.
Place of birth is hardly enough to determine whether someone is a traitor and a snitch. Wouldn't you agree?
And someone with your skills should already know everything. Wouldn't you agree?
All in good time. Have a nice lecture.
Goodbye.
Hello.
Mr. Szulski, one friendly face in a crowd. You are giving today's lecture, right?
You seem troubled, miss. Is everything all right?
Besides the finger pointing and backbiting, you mean? Quite all right, yes. Quite.
Okay.
Allow me to be so bold and point out that you look somewhat troubled, miss.
Can thaumaturges read minds?
I think everything will become clear during the lecture.
Yes, well, I'm waiting.
Please excuse me, I'll take my leave. I hope you enjoy today's lecture, miss.
Увидимся.
Victor?
Regarding the lecture,
Can we start?
I think we can begin.
I'm certain that this will be an exceptional meeting.
Tak jest, zdecydowanie.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a unique opportunity to broaden not only the spectrum of our academic knowledge, but also to delve into the knowledge that goes beyond that spectrum. Today, our host will reveal to us the secrets of his power from the borderline between science and magic. Wiktor Szulski, if you would.
Takie mało trochę tych klap było.
I would like to tell you more about the purpose of the items I have prepared for today.
I think we all know what a comb is used for.
I think we should start with what you think thaumaturgy is. Here, we have 3 apparently ordinary items. However, there's more to each of them than you might think. This mask was made more than 1,000 years ago. My father brought it from Africa in 89. However, you can see that the deity it depicts has many similarities to the Slavic salutor, Veles.
Are you saying that people can see salutars?
Supposedly, people who are very sensitive, spiritual, or well inebriated can experience the presence of a salutar, as long as one is around.
Well, the lecture's over. Let's go to the London bar and summon some demons.
Where do solitaires come from?
No one knows. This particular question remains unanswered.
How convenient.
We know that these beings have always been with us, just like the people who were granted the power. We coexist, but we do not know what rules govern this coexistence. Let us move on to the other items. This book was written in 1666. It was published solely to provoke a fear of thaumaturges. In the Middle Ages, people like me were burned at the stake and condemned for heresy.
Judging from the new Governor General, history is about to repeat itself.
The things that Scowan is saying, they're becoming scary.
Fear never helps with anything. If worst comes to worst, you will have to oppose it.
Sure.
Can't you use the power to make someone change their mind? Their way of thinking?
With the help of the Salutors, I can bend people to my will. But the effect never lasts long, and not every one of these people has potential. Let us move on.
I would like to remind you that time is... Can we see a practical demonstration?
That's enough theory.
But other items?
Let's move on to the practical part now. Can you help me with a small experiment, miss?
With pleasure.
Miss, can you give me a coin? I promise to give it back. Excellent. Let us focus on you then, Mr. Zilia.
Please go ahead.
Earlier, you were turning this small coin in your hand, listening to an Orthodox church service, and having intense thoughts about God's opinion on thaumaturgy.
That's right. What is your opinion on the subject?
I'm no expert when it comes to God, but if it is true that He created us all in His image, then I suppose I'm in no danger of being struck down by lightning.
Thank you, sir.
What I've just presented to you is the thaumaturge's skill of perception, which means reading that which is hidden. However, in order for perception to be useful, something must first be inscribed in an item.
Right.
And if someone doesn't have the power, but focuses on the message, will they be able to inscribe what they want?
Well, it doesn't hurt to keep trying, right?
Fascinating.
Thank you for this truly enlightening lesson. At the same time, it pains me to say that it's time to end it.
Do you have to end it now?
I have to be mindful of safety, not only of the students, but also of our hosts. Return safely and forget that you were here. Can I have a word with you, Mr. Shulsky? Please indulge me. Thank you, and congratulations on an amazing lecture.
The pleasure is all mine. Although the joy is spoiled by one fact that I must share with you.
Should I be nervous?
I'm afraid so. Someone in the merry gathering of students has bad intentions. To put it bluntly, someone here wants to betray you.
Do you know who this is?
Not yet, unfortunately. So I advise you to be very careful.
Thank you. I will not endanger you any longer. Until our next meeting, I hope.
Certainly. Have a good night, Samuel. Be careful.
Have a good night, Samuel.
Be serious.
Okej.
What's the noise?
Gdzie? Na górze. Nie? Nie, to w piwnicy? Serio, to w piwnicy? Też nie? Ogród? Nie, to tutaj cegła.
The things people come up with.
Okej. Okej. Nie, tu nic nie ma. O, zadzwon?
Please connect me with Fagin, the editor. Śródmieście 3490. Yes, I'll hold. Thank you.
Hold the line!
Hello?
It's me, WS.
Have you learned anything?
They reached out. We're supposed to meet in Powiśle near the market. They'll have a carriage waiting.
I'm on my way.
And I'll think about whether I should notify somebody else.
Wandzia. WS. Plaża Różyczki. Pięknie, pięknie. Bimberek.
What's new?
The Lehites.
What about them? Have you found out what den they're staying in?
They seek a meeting, but on their own terms. They said they would send a coach for me to Powiśle.
A pathetic ploy. Don't worry, I'll be there.
Nice.
I'll keep an eye on you.
Super.
I'll be off.
Too bad. Stay out of trouble.
Dobra, z Żukowem. Z Żukowem. Nie wiem, co z tego wyjdzie w ogóle, nie? Ta postać też, kurde, tak się zawiesza, że szkoda gadać, nie? Jeszcze. Muszę to naprawić. Du.
Detective.
Mr. Shulsky, further impersonation of me may one day cost you dearly. I'm warning you. And now I'm listening.
The Lehites reached out to me and agreed to a meeting. In Powiśle, near the market, I'm supposed to get into the carriage they will have arranged to wait for me.
We'll follow you. My people will be there before you arrive. See you.
Ciekawe, co z tego wyjdzie w ogóle. A może być gruba akcja? Gruba akcja na skalę buntu. Powiśle.
Have you been waiting long?
I'm a journalist. I can be patient when I know I'll be rewarded for it.
I see that the carriage hasn't arrived yet.
I'm sure they're watching us. Patience. Tell me what you have for me before they get here.
I have information for you that may prove useful during the interview.
Let's start with how you convinced the Lehites to reach out.
It wasn't difficult. I tracked down the attacker. Christian Krull survived the explosion of his own bomb. He was lying in Praga hospital and is fanatically devoted to the cause.
Not bad. And the culprit was right under Zhukov's nose all this time. Is there anything else?
O, jest dużo.
Izabela Lipnicka, Stefania's little daughter, is at Praga hospital. She lost her eyesight due to the attack.
And you probably want to suggest that I not mention her in the article.
The little girl lost her eyesight and her mother, and now she'll be branded as a traitor's daughter. The child has nothing to do with this.
Viktor Shulsky, knight in shining armor. Unfortunately, every truth carries a price. You're doing fine. What else?
Okay.
I renewed my contact with the socialists.
Well, well. How often do you see Vanda?
They want to be as far away from the Lehites as possible, and even go so far as to treat them with hostility.
I like this dichotomy. A common goal and yet a moral challenge.
Dokładnie.
I would very much like to hear the other side's version. You're doing fine. What else?
The target of the attack was Stefania Lipnicka. She ran a foundation on Nowogrodzka Street. The Lehites found out that Lipnicka was an informant. She'd handed over members of some Polish society from Vilnius to the authorities. The bomb was meant as revenge.
So, this was an attack on her. All other victims
were unlucky bystanders, yes.
Do you have any proof of Lipnicka's betrayal?
I saw a congratulatory letter and a Russian medal in her office.
In that case, I can't not write about it. You're doing fine. What else?
Kurde, no zobaczymy.
A veteran of the January uprising was also killed by this bomb. A Polish patriot dedicated to the cause, a Catholic.
That's not bad, but let's be honest, given his age, how long did he have left? Is that all?
This is everything I've been able to find.
Incredible. We must work together more often.
Does your conscience bother you sometimes because of the things you write?
Never, if what I write is the truth. a lot when I write to please the censors in the courier.
What exactly do you intend to write about the Lechites?
I told you the truth. I want to know if they're Polish patriots who made a mistake, or if they're Russian provocateurs who want to destroy the socialists. Or if they're just a bunch of lunatics.
I think that's for us.
Fine. Let's not keep them waiting.
Pięknie.
Finally.
So, this is the famous Kimicic, the herald of the revolution. We have a lot in common.
That remains to be seen.
And this must be Mr. Szulski. Strange company for a socialist.
In that case, you're just common terrorists.
Don't think so loud. I care about this interview.
All right, this is your interview.
Thank you.
You will be the first to bring the testimony of the Lechites to the Poles. You will be famous.
What did you want to achieve with this attack?
To sow fear in imperialistic hearts. To show what fate awaits those who betray Poland.
Is this about Stefania Lipnicka?
We want to use this interview to expose her lies, her betrayal, let the people see her true face. She was no Pole, not a true one.
Lipnicka's faults are not commensurate with her punishment.
Tell that to those she sent to the scaffold. I regret that we could only kill her once, while she killed many. Lipnicka's daughter will be better off in the shelter. At least now she has a chance to grow into a patriot.
And what about Ignacy Wisniewski, a veteran of the January uprising? He also died in this attack.
Mr. Wisniewski would gladly give his life for the motherland.
Ooh.
The choice of when to make such a sacrifice should have been Mr. Wisniewski's.
Your victims were all Poles. Doesn't that conflict with your postulations?
Please, don't twist our intentions.
What are the biggest differences between you and the socialists? Because a trusted source tells me that they have a decidedly negative view of your organization.
Socialism is our biggest difference, sir.
I wonder who it is.
What's going on here? This interview's over. The police!
No, we didn't come here to arrest you. This will be an execution.
I don't think you know who you're dealing with, miss.
But I know that they'll be fishing your body from the Vistula tomorrow. You'll serve as an example to others.
What took you so long?
You set us up, you son of a Ruski bitch!
Okej. Okej, dobra. Kto tu jest jako pierwszy? Ten jest jako pierwszy, później jest tutaj ten. Dobra, zobaczmy zatem. Dobra, i teraz